Today on the channel, we've got the latest in the Commander class for Transformers Legacy. We've got Magmatron on Way I Got It Figured.
The way I got it figured.
What's up, figure fans? Way I Got It Figured, back with another Transformers Legacy review. This time we're looking at the Commander class of 2024 for Legacy. Magmatron, the commander of the Beast Wars Neo Predacons. Magmatron is a figure that came out around 1999 in the Beast Wars Leo line, which was like the third sort of iteration of Beast Wars in Japan. We did get a American release in Beast Machines, but I had the actual Japanese Beast Wars Neo version, and it was always a figure that I enjoyed. Didn't necessarily work all the best, but with the Commander class, seems like it's a much improved version of the classic toy, and we're gonna find that out for sure. The other big deal with Magmatron is, if you ask for Magmatron, then you're asking for big convoy, and all day long, I will want a big convoy. So as you can see, he's a 3-in-1 here. We got a great render, and there's a sort of an Easter egg. Looks like he's like in combat with what can only be big convoy right here. This Tusk, and yeah, this is a great box. Now I got this guy like way back in June when he was released on Hasbro Pulse. These Commander classes, there's a lot to them. I want to do a good review. I don't want to like do a sucky review. So I kind of take a while to do them. I got to add stop motions and everything like that to it. Here's Magmatron's, the back of his box. So you've got Land Source, Sky Source, and Sea Source. And they all combine to form Magmatron. You can also do a, what do they call it? Tri-Source mode or Devil Source mode, where all three of these, they're the beast forms, but they're combined like that. No real call out to it on the box. No steps, how many steps it takes to transform them. But you do see everything he comes with. So he comes with the sword, and this sword can come out and it can become a blaster, and he's got the blast effects, and they're purple blast effects, which is cool because we definitely need purple blast effects for our Predacons and Decepticons. So the box, really cool. Got a couple of Easter eggs. I know I didn't really mention it, but this is the ship. It's upside down now. But this is the ship from Beast Wars Neo. And hopefully we'll be getting something from that. If not the ship, definitely the unsubtle call out of Big Convoy in the near future. Didn't see him on the list for things for 2025 though, so we might be waiting a couple of years. Don't know. For now, we'll take Magmatron. We're going to get him out and check him out. Alright, so we've got Magmatron out of the box and assembled, at least, to make it presentable. Got his shield and his sword and everything put together. And he's massive. So, I normally shoot on ×1 magnification. I had to go to 0.5 just to get him all in the frame. Moving his sword at all means that something's gonna be out of frame. So he's just big. He's huge. Stands about the same height, a little bit shorter at the head than Deathsaurus. He's big. He's the largest Beast Wars universe character they've made so far. I would expect if they made if they're gonna go ahead and make Big Convoy, he's gonna be a little smaller uh, than Magmatron. So we'll see how that goes. Right now, we're still in Wishville with that, but this figure is awesome. So it's like a much larger modern version of the old toy, but with everything working better and extra details. Commander class might be the very best price point in Transformers for what you get for the figures, the variance of the sizes of the figures, and how well everything goes together. It just seems to be, it's always just seems to work out. So we're gonna try and figure out how I'm gonna do this guy. He's pretty massive. The Lansaurus tail sort of protrudes in the back. And that's the other cool thing I like about it too. So, people talk about kibble. It really doesn't have a lot. There's going to be some, of course, but they mold the details in on his back to make it look less kibbly and more natural. So, kudos to that. And you can only manipulate the tail so far, which is why I have to stay at magnification, or lower magnification or higher magnification. Of course, you've got the piston kind of deals on his legs, and that's again, that's that level of detail. It's a great figure. It's awesome. It's going to be a 10 out of 10. You already know, but it's fully deserved. This is definitely a top 10 figure of the year in Transformers for sure, and maybe even just period. All kinds of action figures. Everything is ratcheted, so you have his legs are fully ratchet legs. His arms are even ratcheted. You can hear them. Got wrist rotation and swivel, hinge and swivel rather. It's like funny because the only thing he really doesn't have is you can turn his head to a degree. Not really, you can turn his head about that far. But he doesn't have up or down, so he just has we call it 360 rotation. You just can't do it because there's going to be parts that are intervening. But, based on the character and how he's designed, obviously it's going to be physically impossible for that to happen. And because his head is a part of essentially his body, it also makes sense that he doesn't have up and down. And since he's so large, well, does he really need to look up? Probably not. So yeah, that's his robot mode. So we'll get him transformed all up here and look at his 3 beast modes. So here's Magmatron in his 3 forms: Sky Source, Land Source, and Sea Source. And they're pretty cool. They all have their own individual kind of articulation going. They're posable. All their mouths open. It's very, very well done. I'm not gonna do the Magmasaurus mode in this video. Just wanted to show the base forms. I think the Magmasaurus mode is kind of silly anyway. But besides that, I'll probably do it maybe in a stop motion at some point. But for now, we want to see your modes, your base animals, and they can all pose around and look sinister. They really did a good job with it, as you would expect for a commander class figure. There you go. We'll get Magmatron back in robot mode. Then we're going to move on to final thoughts. Final thoughts on Transformers Legacy United Commander Class Beast Wars Universe Magmatron. Yeah, this guy is phenomenal. Love this figure. As soon as they put the pre-order up or the word that he was coming, it was a must-get figure, must-buy figure for me. I really wanted to make sure that this review was going to be good. I agonized about it, which is what partially took so long in me even doing it. And this guy is phenomenal. Commander class continues to deliver figures that are almost like dream figures. Magmatron doesn't disappoint. If you're a Transformers fan, it's just a great figure to have. I think anybody would be happy with this. So, what's my final grade on him? Absolutely a 10 out of 10. Alright guys, that's it for this one. I do have more Beast Wars to do. We got Silverbolt, and I'll be doing a review on him, as well as Starscream and Waspinator, the Ghost Starscream and Waspinator, which I've had actually almost as long as Magmatron, but putting it off. Feel bad sometimes about that, but it is what it is. I'm a G1 guy. I say that all the time, but just by being a G1 guy doesn't mean I don't love all aspects of Transformers, and being able to go back down the Beast Wars Neo road definitely is one of my favorite things, and is definitely my favorite sort of corner of Beast Wars, the Beast Wars Neo stuff. Stampy, and I forgot the giraffe's name. Can't remember his name, but I had all those figures. And of course, we got to get Big Convoy, as I said earlier in the video. It's a must. Come on, Takara, Hasbro, let's go. Alright, so if you guys are new to the channel, or if you're not, like the video, leave a comment. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. Working our way up to 500 subscribers. We're getting there, and we'd like to get to 1,000 by the end of the year. It's a goal. I'm gonna keep working. So please join us. We would be honored if you would join us, as Darth Vader said. Till next time, everybody stay safe. See you on the next video. Peace.
The way I got it figured.